You are listening to Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford. Now let's head to the field with Dave Carter.
And a very pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. You are looking live at the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex in beautiful North Austin, rainy North Austin, where tonight it's a Round Rock ISD rivalry matchup between the Cedar Ridge Raiders and the Round Rock Dragons. Hello, folks. Dave Carter joined you here again this week on the iHSFAN Webcast Network, another part of Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford, and we're delighted to be here joining you in what has historically been a terrific matchup between these two programs. And alongside me, as always, is the Blue Light Special, Kmart. And Kmart, it's a little bit of a different matchup this week, isn't it? It's a different matchup for a lot of different reasons. I mean, the two teams this season so far have been struggling, so we don't know what we're going to get on the field. And on top of that, it's a muggy, rainy, sort of damp evening. We don't know what the weather's going to give us, and it's just going to be an adventure tonight. It does not feel like fall at all outside. Definitely muggy, rainy. Have had some storms passing through the area. Thought we might have a lightning delay, and it looks like we're not going to have that lightning delay. So about 15 minutes from kickoff, and we're certainly excited to bring you the ball game here. Crowd is kind of trickling in. The Round Rock band across the way trickling into the stadium. Cedar Ridge band making their way in. So we're definitely going to have football here on a Friday night. And again, just like Kmart was saying, this is an unusual matchup right here. Round Rock and Cedar Ridge historically for the last decade have been battling it out for top positions in district and playoff berths. And right now Cedar Ridge has had a rough season with some injuries, and it just hasn't gone their way. They had a good start to the season, but things just haven't broken their way. And definitely down to, I think, a second or third string quarterback at this point as well. And Round Rock has had their struggles with a few games as well. And line play just hasn't been exactly what they wanted it to be. But this game matters, no question about it. Round Rock still has an opportunity for the playoffs. They've got to win this ball game if they want to get in. The Rangers, what am I saying? The Dragons definitely have a slim margin here. They're basically about a coin toss, 50-50 to make the playoffs at this point. They have to win this game tonight, and then they pretty much have to win next week. There's a couple of other minor little things that have to happen for the Dragons to make sure to get a playoff spot. And, of course, the Cedar Ridge Raiders, they want to do something about that. They want to knock the Dragons out. The Raiders, really, they're not going to be going to the playoffs. They're 0-5 right now in district. 0-5 in district. They're not going to make it. Oh, yeah. And, this has been a battle for Round Rock, their nemesis for a long period there. I mean, until last year, Round Rock hadn't won the game until it was like 2015, I think, was the last time Round Rock had won the game. So Cedar Ridge has definitely had the upper hand in this battle historically. Yeah, Cedar Ridge won 6 of the last 10 before this game tonight.
And I'll correct you on that. It was 2016 because my whole time in high school, we did not lose to Cedar Ridge. Oh, well, we stand corrected. Evan Carter with the analysis right there. Regardless, it was a little bit of a streaky series there in Cedar Ridge. I mean, my gosh, the home of Deuce Vaughn. We've seen some terrific games out of Cedar Ridge and some emerging athletes and some high-scoring ball games. And I'm not going to be shocked if it's that same kind of a ball game tonight. But both teams probably a little bit more defensive-oriented this year. And, who knows what we'll end up seeing. Round Rock, the last 2 games, really struggling. They've only put 3 points up in 8 quarters. Which is I don't know when the last time that happened. Oh, yeah. Last week, the Dragons only had 239 yards of total offense. They were 105 yards passing and 136 rushing. And really, Cedar Ridge is not much different when they played. Now, I'll give them credit. They played Vandergrift last week. Right. Yeah. Dragons also struggled against Vandergrift. But last week for Cedar Ridge, they had 94 yards passing and 134 yards rushing. There's not a lot going on for either one of these teams right now. And so who knows what we'll get tonight. It could be a slugfest. It will. There's no question. My gosh, we were talking about the offensive struggles and having seen Deuce Vaughn here several years ago on 3 plays running for over 200 yards himself. You never know what to expect. And, again, it'll be an electric environment here in a perfect environment for high school football. Folks, about 11 minutes before kickoff, we're going to take you to a commercial break. We'll come back. We'll give you the referees, the lineups, everything you need to start this ball game. This is Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford.
I've always wanted an EV, but until I saw the sleek Ford Mach-E, I didn't know just how exhilarating it could be to drive one. The Mach-E is the perfect balance between power and utility. And with features like adaptive cruise control, in-dash entertainment screen, and lane monitoring, my daily commute to training is effortless. If you're looking to make the move to the Mach-E, visit Covert Ford in Austin, where you'll become part of the family. CovertFord.com.
Longtime McNeil parent Brian Kerman is a realtor who works for RE/MAX Capital City. Brian is involved in helping Round Rock families buy, sell, invest, and lease properties in the greater Austin area. He has been doing so for over 24 years. As a thank you to the community, he will be honored to donate $1,000 to your favorite booster club or other 501c3 if you use him and you close on a property. We hope you will contact Brian for all of your real estate needs at 512-921-4490 or at briankerman@remax.net. Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. With stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto. Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas standard. Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good.
If you're looking for a special medical spa to bring out the beauty that's in you, come visit us at Ginger Allure Med Spa. At Ginger Allure, we treat our staff and patients like family. We're here to embrace, enhance, and showcase your natural beauty with a full range of services such as injectables, laser treatments, permanent makeup, microblading, and more. We provide free consultations for all of our services to answer any of your questions. Visit us online at gingerallure.com or give us a call at 512-709-0161. Ginger Allure Med Spa, the classic approach to a new you.
Are you looking for a little something extra to get your business noticed? At Ideal Signs, they specialize in custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned and operated since 1969.
The Lodge Poker Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045. Visit Maze Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at mazestreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local. RJAC Pressure Washing, Epoxy and Stain, veteran owned and operated, serving Central Texas for the last 10 years. Residential and commercial services available, here for all your decorative flooring needs. Call us at 512-593-8567. That's 512-593-8567.
There's nothing quite like Central Texas high school football.
Beautiful day to play some football, boys.
Under the lights. Join iHS fans Rick Epstein and Jeff Power each week as they shine the spotlight on area high school football teams, players, and coaches.
If you like Austin area high school football, this is your show. We invite you to join us for an hour of fun. Let's talk some football.
Good luck to you guys this year, and I appreciate all you do for high school sports and the coverage you bring these kids.
Tuesday nights at 8.
Under the lights.
Only on Talk 1370.
Central Texas high school football fans, how cool would it be to watch up to 5 different area high school football games for free, all through your phone, computer, or smart TV, all with the click of a button. Subscribe to the iHSFAN webcast channel on YouTube. iHSFAN is the official broadcast provider for Round Rock ISD. We will see you under the lights on the iHSFAN Webcast Network.
Back at the Kelly Reeves Athletics Complex about 6 minutes before kickoff, both teams coming out of their tunnels and getting ready to come out on the field. Kmart, what do you think the keys are to the ball game for Cedar Ridge and for Round Rock?
Well, for both teams, really, it's just to come out on offense. Whoever has the ball first, try to get something positive going, because neither one had much positive go well last week. So whether it's Cedar Ridge, they seem to thrive more with their running game. Get the running going. Get something positive, try to get the Dragons back on their heels. For the Dragons, it's really the same story. We know the offense goes through Mason Cochran. Get him going, get him to the outside, get him some positive yards so we can get in the flow of this game. We saw some great things from the Dragons last week with, Joaquin Maldonado out of the backfield, Javante Arnold out of the backfield. A couple of great receptions that almost were not. Hayden Nath had one that was, called back on a penalty that would have been a score in that game. But still, it's just get something going, try to build something positive.
Yeah, like I said, both teams have just absolutely struggled on offense to get anything going. Round Rock with the goose egg last week. Cedar Ridge, what was their score against Vandergrift last week? It was a lot to a little.
Yeah, 58 to nothing.
So both of these teams didn't score last week. They've got to be starved to get something into the end zone, and I do think that might be a key to getting a positive vibe on the sidelines for either one of these teams just to get things going. Round Rock Dragons coming out on the field. Put the Dragon Band playing the fight song in the background, and Cedar Ridge about to join them on the field. We will bring you the national anthem shortly, which will be performed by the Cedar Ridge Choir, and also get you the coin toss coming from the field. But back to your point, it is going to be a mental game, I think, for either one of these teams. They've had a lot of heartache this season, and honestly, Round Rock 2 weeks in a row just really struggling, and then Cedar Ridge having a long-term struggle right here. But for Cedar Ridge, this is kind of like, Aggie football. They beat Texas, and that makes the season, right? That's what you've got going on right here. Cedar Ridge knows that they can make some success out of this season if they can pull off the upset here and knock Round Rock out of playoff contention. They've got to have this game to be in the playoff pool potentially. Round Rock would have to win this evening and then probably have to win next week against Vista Ridge. So, again, I expect a pretty hot contest from both of these teams. And, like I said, that's why you play the games. Well, folks, again, with just about 3 minutes left here before the kickoff, both teams lining up on the sidelines. We will definitely bring you a little bit of the atmosphere here in a moment. Referees lining up on the sidelines. Captains lining up on the Round Rock side.
Looks like for the Dragons, we've got Medina, Nath, and Maldonado. And a fourth one just came out. Let's see who the other one is.
National anthem.
Now to honor our country, award-winning Cedar Ridge High School headliners will sing the Star-Spangled Banner. Please direct your attention to the north end zone for the American flag. Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Cedar Ridge Director of Choirs, Kara Kopecki, our national anthem.
Very nice job on the engineering by Evan Carter. The microphones from the sidelines not working very well for the Cedar Ridge Choir, but a terrific job on the national anthem. Coin toss about to be coming. The officials for tonight are from the Austin Football Officials Association. That's a chapter of the Texas Association of Sports Officials. Your referee is Patrick Harris. Your umpire, John Carter. Ironically, John Carter is also a defensive coach for Round Rock. Cannot be the same person, folks. We guarantee you that much. Head linesman Brian Teets. Line judge is Rosendo Mendoza. Back judge Conroy Swan. Field judge Sterling Parks. Side judge is John Ford. Up here in the booth on the clock, Charlie McBride. 25-second clock is Ken Arndt. And your chain gang on the field, Enrique Garza, Freddie Monreal, and Eleazar Garcia. Coin toss happening at midfield. Round Rock, being the visiting team, gets to call. And as you can see by the referee's signal, Round Rock wins the toss, defers to the second half. Round Rock will defend the south end zone, Cedar Ridge to the north, and will receive the ball, folks. If you didn't know it already, the Round Rock crew probably does. We've done many Round Rock games so far this season, but we do have a text line, and we love hearing from you. You're welcome to text into us and let us know who you're cheering for, who you are, where you're from, whether it's a band member, a football team member, drill team, cheerleader, you name it. We'd love to hear from you. 512-843-5205. We'll put that text line up several times throughout the game, and we'll give the shout-outs as the game is going along to your favorite Dragon, your favorite Raider. And it's football time in Texas, folks. We're glad you've joined us here for a couple of hours. We'll keep you posted on some other games in the district as it relates to this game and whether or not it has implications towards the playoffs.
While we've got a moment, I'll finish recognizing the captains for tonight's game. We had Jacob Medina and Moose Garlington, Joaquin Maldonado, and Christian Burton for the Dragons. And for the Raiders, we've got Christian Basildois, Jordan Ramsey, Logan Klebundi, and Junior Gentry.
Back deep to receive the kickoff for the Raiders. Number 3, Josiah Ray. And you also have number 20, Andrew Johnson. Once again, sit back, relax. So happy you've joined us here tonight on the iHSFAN Network. Kick high deep into the end zone, taken for a touchback. Cedar Ridge will get the ball at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
I believe that was Josiah Ray on the kick reception there.
Twin spread formation, Killingsworth at quarterback. That pass going for a short gain of about 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Complete to Andrew Johnson, the running back, tackled by number 29 for the Dragons, Cole Dodds.
I believe Andrew Johnson was one of our former presidents as well. Not sure which one. Text in, let us know, folks. 2nd down and 9. Johnson offset right. Ball is handed off up the middle, and a good gainer out to the 30-yard line. Now marked at the 29. It will be 3rd down and 6.
Another good little run by Johnson there.
Talking to Alan Cepeda, and he told us, he's been on a lot of these Cedar Ridge broadcasts, and this is where it's been tough for Cedar Ridge this year. When they've got 3rd and long, we'll see if they can pull out a 1st down here, keep the drive going. Twin receivers to the right side. Killingsworth keeps the ball, looks over the left side middle, throws the ball, but just a bit too deep, overthrown. It will be incomplete, 4th down, and it's a 3 and out for the Dragons.
Just a little too high for the receiver there on the boundary. Neither receiver or the defender could get a hand anywhere near that one.
So not the way Cedar Ridge wanted things to start here to begin the ball game. Javante Arnold back at the 40-yard line to receive. Good snap and kick. Arnold letting the ball go wisely, being nicely covered, and the ball is down right at the 30-yard line where Round Rock will take over for their first series.
The ball got an extra little push with a gust of wind, I think, went over his head, and he just made the best decision possible. Get away from it. Don't want to field something like that with the field a little bit damp and maybe the ball's a little bit slippery. Could have been an opportunity for disaster, but no harm, no foul. Dragons get it here on their own 30.
Cochran with a quick pass and thrown just a little bit too quick. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Intended for Hayden Nath, who actually had a good route going. If the ball was a little closer to him, he was in stride. Might have got a nice chunk of yards, but couldn't connect.
Twin receiver set on the right side. In full house backfield. Cochran with the pass over the middle, and oh my gosh. There's a little bit of a late hit, but no flag thrown. That ball was intended, and it was right on the button for number 21, Joaquin Maldonado. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
I am just astounded they didn't throw a flag on that.
I couldn't believe it.
Maldonado caught you can see it right there on the replay on the Jumbotron. For those folks who could see it here in the stadium, it was easily 2 steps after the drop ball.
Triple receivers to the right side. Cochran looking, having plenty of time, throws the ball, short flare, and it's only going to be a gain of about 4 yards, and it's going to be 3 and out for Round Rock after a 4-yard gain, and it's going to be a game of punts apparently.
Interesting play choice with 3rd and 10 to go for a short pass complete around the line of scrimmage. Nath did pick up a couple of yards, as you can see, about 3.5. And so the Dragons are punting.
Indeed they are. Pressure coming from Cedar Ridge, but the punt gets away. And a good one. It's going to get a great bounce for the Dragons all the way inside the 10-yard line. Special teams may be the name of the game this evening. That ball down at the 7-yard line. 1st down, Cedar Ridge.
My goodness, last week they could have used a punt like that against Vandegrift. Oh my gosh. Against McNeil for the Dragons. Either team could have used a punt like that last week. But wow, it was a way to flip the field. And as we have the Raiders coming out and getting ready for their possession, the Dragons out on defense. Killingsworth back in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side, 1 receiver in the backfield. Killingsworth takes the ball, and as a keeper up the middle, runs straight into the teeth of the Dragons linebackers right there. Gain of about 2.5 yards for the Raiders. Raiders going no huddle, not quite an up-tempo, but still moving quickly here. Killingsworth the snap, and a quick pass to nobody.
Yeah, Round Rock brought a lot of pressure on defense there. Didn't give him a lot of time to make a good decision there. Kind of forcing him to make a pass he probably didn't want to make.
I agree. He didn't want to make that pass. It was out toward the sideline. So it was actually a good play for Killingsworth to get it out of his hands and not take the sack. So you're right on that one, Evan. And the Raiders line up again here. 13 seconds on the clock. Killingsworth has the ball. Dragons with a lot of pressure. And is it complete? It looks like it looks like an interception.
They're going to say it's an interception. That's Round Rock football right there at the 35.
Receiver number 4 just can't believe that he doesn't have the ball. He's pleading his case to the officials.
It looked like a 50-50 ball, and it looked like they both came down with it, but clearly the Round Rock player able to establish a little bit more possession than the Cedar Ridge receiver.
Yeah, it was intended for Jordan Ramsey for the Raiders, and the officials have definitely ruled it's the Dragons' ball. And so the Dragons line up on the Raiders' 35 here, short field. Opportunity to get something going here early in this game. Cochran in the shotgun. Receiver in motion, and it's a handoff. Oh, keeper for Cochran, up the middle, up to the right side, toward the line, 10, 5, down to the 3-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great fake handoff by Cochran. It faked everyone out, including the defense, and opened a gap for him to take up the right seam.
Cochran with the snap, handoff to, looks like that was Arnold. And it is a touchdown. We'll get that number here. Looks like it could have been Joaquin Maldonado, number 21 on the touchdown there.
That looks correct to me.
So congratulations to Joaquin Maldonado. I believe that's his first touchdown of the season. So the Dragons did capitalize on that short field. Here comes Haruki with the extra point. It is up, and it is good. Your Dragons lead 7-0, 8:51 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely crucial. You know, we talk about a lot that turnovers and penalties are one of the most important things when it comes to winning a football game. And for, that to be true, you have to take advantage of those opportunities. Round Rock taking advantage of that interception and making sure they turned it into 7.
And you're absolutely right. You got to take advantage of those opportunities when you get them. They came out and actually felt like they had a lot of purpose. They were moving crisply on offense, a couple of nice plays, big chunks of yards. Of course, Cochran had about 25 yards on that one run. So a good possession there for the Dragons. It was really quick. They capitalized, get the early lead here, something they really need to try to, as we talked about at the top of the broadcast, try to get some confidence going here in the game. So now the Raiders are lined up to receive the kick. Dragons are getting lined up for the kickoff.
Thanks for the play-by-play, Kmart. A little technical difficulties there, folks, trying to get our text line going back up. We do have a text in, and we will keep that text line going. One that came in and said, hey, big shout-out to Luke Miller. Good to see him back in the line. Make a difference. That's from Coach Gumby. Thank you for that. We appreciate it. Oh, it's a squib kick. I can't believe it. Round Rock gets on it after a short kick. Round Rock gets it at the 47 or 48-yard line. I cannot believe they did that.
Just an outstanding play. If you're looking, clearly no one was looking for an onside kick there. He just a little squib, as you mentioned, just enough to go 10 yards, and the kicker fell on it. And the Dragons, starting field position again.
Just like that's what this game is, people. I mean, everybody knows it. Round Rock and Cedar Ridge, they play hard. It's a super rivalry game here in the district, as fierce a rivalry as you're going to find in Round Rock ISD. So there you go. A big special teams play for Round Rock. 1st and 10 marked at the 48. Getting down to about the 39-yard line.
Great pickup for Cochran there. I think maybe it sort of feels like Coach Moore has got these guys going. Maybe Coach Moore really wants this one. His first Cedar Ridge game.
Yeah, and I mean, again, Cedar Ridge has been a nemesis for Round Rock, so they've got a little positivity going right here. They're definitely going to try and put as much as they can on the board after having not scored a touchdown in 3 weeks. Twin receivers to the right side. Ball is handed off to the right side. Good penetration by Cedar Ridge, and it's going to be a loss. It looks like back to about the 41-yard line of a couple of yards. I believe that was Maldonado they handed it off to, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, is that 89?
Well, I certainly see. I agree with you, partner. It's definitely Izzy Murphy, and they did announce Izzy Murphy on the starting lineup. So Izzy getting some playing time here in the backfield. Offset left side. Cochran looking up the left side. Good penetration coming from Cedar Ridge, and the pass thrown just behind the receiver on a little bit of a delayed screen, incomplete. It is now 4th down and 3. Round Rock with a decision to make. I'm not going to be shocked if they go for it.
You know, speak of the devil there, the intended receiver on that was Izzy Murphy. Yeah, running back, kind of getting upfield, and he almost came away with it.
And now I'm kind of wondering, since we didn't get a good look at the number on the touchdown, if that could have been Izzy Murphy on the touchdown.
Could have been. So here we are, 4th down and 3. Round Rock setting up to go for it. Mason Cochran many times in the past has set up for a punt. Round Rock electing to take a timeout. We do have a text in from Cedar Ridge. Levis is rooting for Cameron Osbra for Cedar Ridge and watching from Elizabethtown, Kentucky, number 77. Thank you for that. We love hearing from folks around the country. We'll put that text line back up there again one more time. For those of you joining us a little bit late, perhaps, 512-843-5205. Text in to us. Let us know who you're cheering for, whether it's a Raider or a Dragon. Football players, band members, support team, drill team, you name it. Faculty, we don't care. We love to hear from you. And it creates a fun, festive environment here in the Round Rock School District.
You know, a friend of the broadcast, Bob Brinkman, was sending us a few factoids about this matchup earlier, and he was saying that only one other coach ever has won their first game in this matchup between the Dragons. It's not just these two teams.
Mm-hmm.
To have their season opening win in this matchup between these two teams. Cody Moore trying to do that here tonight. There's one other coach, I believe, is Lane. I can't remember his name.
Well, the mystery. Well. If anybody knows who Lane
I'll have to look it up. Only one other coach one other coach has gotten a win his first year in this.
Round Rock going tempo, empty backfield. Cochran rolling out right side, looking for a gap, finds it, gets up the sideline, inside the 30 and the 20, down to about the 12-yard or the 10-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal for Round Rock. Mason Cochran doing what he does best, gets to the perimeter in open space and getting upfield, marking it at the 9, 1st and goal.
I believe you were looking for Lane Kiffin. You know, he was actually a coach at Cedar Ridge. Not a lot of people know about that one.
Not Lane Meyer.
It was somewhere in between USC and Ole Miss. He got lost along the way, ended up in Central Texas.
It must be it, folks. You heard it here first. 1st and goal. Cochran rolling right side again. Good penetration by Cedar Ridge, but breaking through the gap. Cochran into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Round Rock. Well, hang on. There's some whistles.
I see a flag around the 15-yard line.
Oh, yeah. It's that flag thing. Holding on the offense. Well, there you go. March it back.
And I do want to clarify my earlier comments from Bob Brinkman, who's still an outstanding friend of the broadcast. He was referring to the first coach to make a playoff in their first season. And so the Dragons have a chance to do that.
Ah, very
and
good.
Yes.
So now 1st and goal from the 19. Trip receivers to the left in a pistol formation. And here we go. It's the Round Rock bugaboo that they've been doing quite a bit. You cannot have two players in motion at the same time.
Looking at the stats for last season's game between these two teams, the Dragons had over 100 yards in penalties last year in this matchup and still won the game.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not what they're on track to do here tonight, but they're off to a roaring start.
Well, Round Rock seeing if they can make this the longest 1st and goal to get a touchdown perhaps here in the series. 1st and goal from the 24-yard line. 6:53 remaining here in the opening period. Twin receivers left side. Cochran throwing the ball out on the perimeter, but throwing it low. That was intended for Haruki. Incomplete.
Mark Haramuru.
Oh, Haruki, listen to me. Boy, we got it going on tonight, folks. Haruki Haramuru. I cannot believe I did. Thank you, Kevin.
Although the way things have been going for the Dragons, they could put Haruki out there. They need anybody catch a ball.
He has been all everything this season. A terrific kicker. Hopefully has a career coming to him at the next level. I would hope some colleges are taking a look at Kai.
Well, and before, about 5 minutes ago, he's the only person that scored any points in the past 2 weeks.
That is indeed true. Empty backfield set. Cochran looking out left side and throws a screen behind the line of scrimmage, and Cedar Ridge is absolutely swallowed it up, marking it back to the 28-yard line. It will be 3rd and goal.
Third and goal from the 28.
3rd and goal indeed. A few texts in. Shout out Coach Parker, wide receiver coach for Round Rock, from his friend Eddie in Lakeway, and his 1-week-old nephew Taylor, his first Round Rock broadcast. That's awesome. Love to hear from you guys in Lakeway. Hopefully the lake is filling up with a little bit of this rainwater over the last several days. So 3rd and forever. 3rd and goal. Cochran setting up a screen up the middle, but nothing doing. Reggie Hurley gets it, almost escapes, but it'll be no gain on the play. It will be, oh my goodness gracious, and a flag thrown well after the play. Cedar Ridge excited about this. It would be a disaster if this is a penalty against Cedar Ridge. Cedar Ridge band in the background providing some entertainment here as the referees are discussing what the penalty may be. Definitely a dead ball penalty and 2 flags on the field, so it was seen by both. So it's offsetting personal fouls. Could have been worse. Could have been unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, which can carry some weight if they continue throughout the game. So no harm, no foul. It will be 4th down from the 29-yard line. Round Rock does have Kai Haruki, a kicker that can get it from this distance, but it is humid, dead weight out here. We'll see what their decision is.
I'm going to give credit on that defensive stop by the Raiders. Hurley caught that ball, and he had some space to move, but the defense closed quickly. David Krause, the linebacker for the Raiders, was able to knock him backwards. And for a second, when that flag came out, I thought they might have been throwing it on targeting against him or something.
It would have been terrible. Back judge coming into the middle of the field right now. Snap is down. Really unsettled play. The kick is up. It is going to be through and good.
Oh, my goodness.
Gosh. I didn't think he was going to make that. 45-yard field goal for Round Rock, getting just over the bar. Your new score, 5:23 remaining in the opening period, is Round Rock 10, Cedar Ridge nothing. And on the replay, my gosh, I mean, he could not have gotten that over the bar by more than about a foot.
And I've got a replay for the play that set the whole drive up, that squib kick. We'll take a look at that.
We actually got Bob Brinkman. He does statistics work for the teams, and he does some work for the American Statesman as well. He was asking us who recovered the onside kick here, and it was the kicker. Absolutely incredible. I don't think anybody knew, even the players, although they did come in and block from the middle, but it was a perfect setup. Nobody anywhere close to the ball on the recovery. Good job on the special teams by Round Rock. Several more texts have come in. We'll give the shout-outs right now. Love watching the Round Rock Dragonettes. That's a shout-out to Senior Emily Schwartz. I hope I got that name right. Have fun. That's from Mom. Thank you for that. A great start, Round Rock. That's from Gibson Granger's grandparents in Georgetown, right up the road. Thank you for that. One more. Pulling for Round Rock from Kenton, Georgia. Thank you for that. We'll give a few more shout-outs here in just a moment. I don't believe Round Rock will get away with a squib kick right here. You'd have to think they'll be looking for it. And the kick is away, a low line drive that's going to bound right out of bounds at the 5-yard line. That's a procedure penalty. We'll give Cedar Ridge the ball at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Maybe should have done the squib kick again.
The field position wouldn't have been much worse, that's for sure.
Got one more here. Go Round Rock and Dylan Best, number 16. That's from Mimi, Grandpa, and Uncle. Home in Austin fighting COVID. Sending cheers and watching live. And a thank you to the announcers. We hope you get better soon. And Round Rock again off to a pretty good start here. Cedar Ridge with an opportunity to respond and see if they can get something going. A little confusion here. Not sure exactly what's going on. The play clock has not even been piped in, but it has now. Now I think we have what we need. A new quarterback in. That's number 15. That's Max Lecomte. I hope I got that name right. Junior quarterback number 15. Keeps the ball up the middle, gaining right back just the line of scrimmage and nothing more. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Ran into Asher Chang and Christian Burton on the tackle there.
We got to go Joaquin Maldonado. That's from Grandma and Grandpa in New Mexico. Go Dragons. Thank you for that. Lecomte looking to the right side, throwing the ball, and just a little bit too high for the intended receiver, incomplete. That ball intended for number 81, I believe, which is Junior Gentry, senior receiver, and it will be 3rd down and 10.
Dylan Uribe was out there for the Dragons in coverage.
One more shout out, a shout out to Coach Stan Gable of Round Rock from Theo James. Thank you, Theo, for the text. Twin receivers both sides. Pressure coming and a pass right over the middle screen to the running back. Ball gets popped out in the backfield.
They're ruling it an incomplete pass.
They are ruling it an incomplete pass. It was super close on whether or not it was complete, but the determination made, it will be 4th down. 4:41 remaining here in the opening period. That field goal by Kai Haruki, a career best. 46 yards is the official mark from Bob Brinkman. Great job by Kai. Javonte Arnold back at the 38-yard line to receive the punt. A low snap. Good pressure coming and just barely getting the ball off out of bounds. It won't get past the 50-yard line. We'll see where it's marked by the back judge coming up the field.
Based on the way that ball came off his foot, I wouldn't be surprised if a Round Rock player got a hand on it.
It was close.
It came off a little funny.
Very, very close. One more text. That's a shout out to our grandson, senior John Paul Driscoll, number 70. Go Dragons. That's from Nana and Papa in Rockdale. One of my favorite towns to get some barbecue in, Rockdale, Texas. Well, Round Rock has things going their way right now, and it's a struggle bus for Cedar Ridge. And right now, Cedar Ridge is going to do all they can to get this stopped, and they need to at this point to make sure this game stays within range early in the ballgame. Twin receivers right side. Moose Garlington in the backfield now in the pistol. And that ball goes to the Moose up the middle, right side, getting down to the 40, 38, 37-yard line. 38 is the mark. It'll be a 1st down for Round Rock.
Moose had a good head of steam, picked up probably 9 yards before first contact, and then bowled over the defender.
He looked like he was running like a bowling ball, didn't he? Full house backfield. Cochran keeping the ball right side. Good pressure from Cedar Ridge, but Cochran breaking through to the middle, to the 20, 15, inside the 10, to the goal line. It's a touchdown, Round Rock.
Cochran very patient there. Is very slow developing on the zone read. It took his time with making the read and taking the late keeper, as it were, squirting up the middle, and just enough blocks. There was a receiver out to the right side that was doing his best job to look invisible, that I'm not really blocking out here.
Yeah, I mean, that's where Mason does his best work when he gets in open space. We do have a replay of that touchdown here in a moment. We'll bring to you after the extra point attempt. High snap, but the kick is good right through the middle. Your new score now with 4:02 remaining in the opening period, and Round Rock has broken it open 17-0. Replay coming right up. And I mean, we've watched Round Rock several times this year. This is where it's been tough for them. They cannot get into open space, and they've had some success tonight. Cedar Ridge just struggling on containment a little bit. When you get Mason Cochran into open space, he's a good decision maker. He gets out in open space, and once he's there, he's kind of sneaky fast in some ways also. So a good job by Round Rock, and everything going their way right now. And Cedar Ridge is absolutely going to have to draw something up to get the offense going here.
You know, obviously the last possession, the Raiders choosing to go with a different quarterback. We'll see on this possession if they switch back to Killingsworth or stick with the new quarterback.
Gibson Granger in to do the kicking duties.
Number one goal here, keep it in bounds.
Nice high, deep kick into the end zone, touchback. Cedar Ridge takes over at the 25.
So now nearly 8 minutes into the game. Dragons are looking fairly efficient. They've had a couple of penalties so far, but offensively they're taking care of business.
You know, so much of this is the mental game and keeping your head in it. And, you know, the past few games, despite getting out of control for Round Rock, really level heads have prevailed. I'm seeing a little bit of chippiness out there, and I'm hoping it's not signs of things to come.
Ball on the ground on the failed exchange, and Round Rock has it in the backfield. My gosh, Cedar Ridge cannot get out of their own way on this thing. And it's a first down, kind of a zone read play, quarterback and running back not knowing which one's supposed to take it. And Round Rock has something going here already again.
Yeah, Killingsworth came out as a quarterback for that possession, just trying to make something happen on that zone read and held it just a fraction too long. Then nobody had it. It just fell to the ground, and the Dragons were able to leap on it for the change of possession, and in outstanding field position here on the 22.
This is tough, too. I mean, because Cedar Ridge has got to stay in the fight right here. It's still early in the game. You can get back in this thing. But I'm just concerned that things are going the way that they are right now. If Cedar Ridge can keep this thing going, they've got to get a stop here and at least hold this to a field goal attempt at this point. Cochran in a pistol formation. Ball is passed and too high on the attempt. Was intended for Aiden Walker, the junior, who plays on defense also. It will be second down. Scores in the district here in 25-6A last night. The Westwood Warriors right here at Kelly Reeves beating Manor 28-21. Second down play. Cochran with the pass over the middle and nicely done, but absolutely hammered when the ball was received, but it was complete. It'll be a first down for Round Rock, but a good defensive stop right there, I believe, by number 1.
That's Reggie Hurley there.
And Baron Robinson, senior defensive back with the stick, but a first down again for Round Rock.
Big hit there, but Hurley bounced up. He was feeling pretty good about that catch. You were talking about last night's game between Manor and Westwood. That had two of our favorite running backs this season with Damani Stewart and Titus Petaway. My goodness.
Triple receivers to the right side, 1st and 10. Empty backfield. Reggie Hurley getting the ball up the right side, gobbled up by several Raiders. After a gain of looks like about 3 or 4, it'll be second down.
A little shake and bake by Hurley there, able to pick up a couple of yards. The defenders were sort of counting their shoelaces or something there.
Round Rock going tempo, twin receivers left side. Cochran rolling out right side. He is in the end zone, but a hold in the backfield very clearly, and Round Rock knows it. And a good call by the referee, who was right on top of it after the pancake tackle by the offensive lineman. It'll be a march off of 10 yards back to the 17-yard line. So it will now be second down and 16. One more score here in the district so far to report. 2:42 remaining in the opening period, and Vandergrift doing what Vandergrift does, 14-0 over Vista Ridge.
Folks, both of these teams here tonight have faced Vandergrift already this season, and both came out on the losing end of that deal. That Vandergrift team is something else.
They really are. And Weiss, my gosh, the team that Round Rock played in their opening game, also on a tear, undefeated this season as well. Two really terrific Central Texas teams. Twin receivers right side, Cochran rolling out right side, full house, and getting inside the 15-yard line to about the 13. marked at the 12. It will be a 5-yard gain, and now 3rd down and 11.
Just shy of the original line of scrimmage.
Empty backfield, triple receivers to the left side. Cochran looking left side, throwing, dart pass, caught inside the 10-yard line, but will not be enough for the first down, marking it at the 8-yard line. So a gain of about 4, and it will be 4th down and 7. Round Rock likely to attempt a field goal here with Mr. Haruki.
Another good catch by Reggie Hurley. And you're right, that ball was a rifle shot from Cochran to Hurley. A dart. Good hands to catch it there.
Ball marked right at the 15-yard line, so a 25-yard attempt by Kai Haruki. Good snap and hold. Kick is up right down the middle. Your new score, 1:38 remaining here in the opening quarter. Round Rock now 20, and Cedar Ridge nothing. Got one more text in here, and we'll put up a text line for you. It says a shout out to Noah in the Round Rock Dragon Band. That's from his grandma in Michigan. Thank you for that text from Michigan. Don't know if you're a Youper or not, or if you're on the south side of the lake.
A Youper?
A Youper.
Is that the official term for people from the Upper Peninsula?
I believe it is. I've known a few Michiganders. I believe I've got that correct. But, Grandma, you can text us in and let us know if I've got that right or not. How about that?
She could just say you're wrong just for the heck of it.
Hey, she could. And she probably will. That text line again, 512-843-5205. Do text in. Love to hear from some of our Cedar Ridge faithful out here from Raider Nation. Try and get this thing rolling for Cedar Ridge. See if they can get some points on the board and some momentum here in the first half. Kick is away high and deep, as it was the last time, through the back of the end zone. Very nicely done by the kicker, Gibson Granger, the junior, who will take over kicking duties next year, surely. And that's a strong leg right there.
That was a great kick by Granger.
I don't know how they do it.
Leverage.
Kind of like your golf game, right?
Yes. My golf game's like a backhoe.
Yes.
Lots of leverage with my golf game.
Lots of leverage. We'll see how my golf game is in a couple weeks. Got our friend Randy White in the booth here. We're going up to Arkansas for a big golfing trip and fishing trip. We'll see what a disaster that is, getting out into open nature. First down, Cedar Ridge, and getting a little bit of positive yardage on the handoff on the zone read. Ball marked off at the 22. It will be 2nd and 8.
Just don't go trying to use your driver as your fishing rod.
Oh, no.
You'll be all right.
Oh, no. I don't even know how to fish. We'll see how it goes.
I think he's more likely to use the fishing rod as his driver.
And I've seen Dave
correct.
play. You know, it might work out better.
You call it play, call it what you will. We'll see what happens. Second down, Cedar Ridge. Pass out into the open flat, and a good job by Cedar Ridge almost getting to the first down marker, but cut just a little bit short. Cedar Ridge, again, trying to get a little bit of momentum here. That ball marked at the 28. No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. It's marked at the 33-yard line. 49 seconds and the clock rolling here in the first quarter.
I believe that was Junior Gentry on the reception for the Raiders.
And a very nice pass by LeCompte, the junior quarterback, who likely will be getting snaps next year for Cedar Ridge. So big play opportunity, trip receivers to the right side and one on the short side. Ball kept by LeCompte, and Round Rock having none of it, man. They just get right up the middle and get it snuffed out. It's a loss of 3 yards back to the 30-yard line. And it will now be 4th and 5. Clock rolling here. Less than 10 seconds remaining in the opening period. That will do it for the first period here, folks. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back for the second quarter. This is Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford.
I've always wanted an EV, but until I saw the sleek Ford Mach-E, I didn't know just how exhilarating it could be to drive one. The Mach-E is the perfect balance between power and utility, and with features like adaptive cruise control, in-dash entertainment screen, and lane monitoring, my daily commute to training is effortless. If you're looking to make the move to the Mach-E, visit Covert Ford in Austin, where you'll become part of the family. CovertFord.com.
Longtime MacLeod parent Brian Kerman is a realtor who works for RE/MAX Capital City. Brian is involved in helping Round Rock families buy, sell, invest, and lease properties in the greater Austin area. He has been doing so for over 24 years. As a thank you to the community, he will be honored to donate $1,000 to your favorite booster club or other 501c3 if you use him and you close on a property. We hope you will contact Brian for all of your real estate needs at 512-921-4490 or at briankerman@remax.net.
Back at the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex, start of the second quarter. A few more texts just came in, and one is just a thank you to the trainers for all you do and a go Rock, but hey, thank you to the trainers for Cedar Ridge as well. They always keep these kids going, and it is impressive how they do what they do. Hey, Grandma in Michigan came back. I am a troll. South of the bridge, I guess that's what it's called. Thank you for the text in, Grandma. We appreciate it.
And she's my new favorite Michigander.
Absolutely. Looks like, I think I got it right. Is it Aiden Walker back to deep receive? We shall see. Punt. Looks like it's going to bound out of bounds. Actually, I was wrong. Those uniforms of that shiny white, it's Javante Arnold that's back deep. That ball going out of bounds on the punt, and a good one by Cedar Ridge to the 33-yard line where Round Rock will take over here early in the second quarter.
This might be their worst starting field position of the night.
Could be. Something needs to break Cedar Ridge's way. It just has to at this point. They got to keep their head up. This has always been a super competitive game, and they just need some momentum right now.
It's like that gambling mentality, you're due, right?
Yeah.
It's gone Round Rock's way so many times in a row that it's just probability-wise, they're due.
Yeah, you have to believe that. Play clock now in motion. Cochran rolling out to the right side. Good pressure by Cedar Ridge, but Cochran just breaks through everything, steps out of bounds, and they just can't get him down. But he did step out of bounds right at the 39-yard line. A gain of 6. It's 2nd and 4.
Linebacker David Krause for the Raiders was there to push Cochran out of bounds. He's right around his ankles and just got him off balance enough that he stepped on the line. Otherwise, he'd still be going.
Another shout-out here is a shout-out to Round Rock Old Man Stan Gable, coach for Round Rock. That's from Otis. Thank you, Otis. I don't know if Coach Gable appreciates being old, but you made the call. Twin receivers short side. Cochran keeps the ball, pass out into the flat and wide open, getting upfield to the perimeter and into Cedar Ridge territory. That's number 21 for Round Rock, Joaquin Maldonado, and a first down for the Dragons.
Nice play there for Maldonado. He just went in motion, nobody followed him, and he was out there all by himself. Cochran very patiently got the ball to him for the big gain.
Round Rock going tempo. Cochran keeping the ball up the left side. He's out in open space as he was early in the first quarter and gets inside the 30. Gain of 15. First down at the 27.
Classic Mason Cochran there. Just rumbling downfield. He talked about his sneaky speed. He got out there and ended up bowling over the defender because he's not exactly a small guy either.
No, he's not. Twin receiver set on the right side from the pistol. Ball is handed off up the middle left and out into space inside the ball's on the ground. Picked up by Round Rock on the fortunate bounce. Unbelievable. I don't know who picked that up on the bounce, but my gosh, everything seems to be going Round Rock's way.
That was Izzy Murphy on the initial handoff. And it was a great chunk of yards. And as he was going down, the ball was stripped out by the Raiders. And I didn't catch the number either, and the big screen replay just flipped off before we could see it.
It looks like it was number 2 for Round Rock. That's Hayden Nath. He was out on the perimeter receiving, and he was just in the right place at the right time. Cedar Ridge just unlucky in that situation. So 1st and goal for Round Rock. Ball is kept by Cochran and gobbled up right at the line, but still gaining a couple of yards to the 3. It'll be 2nd and goal.
I think the moral of the story there is always follow the play. Get downfield. Nath was following the play, and he was blocking, I'm sure, and just was in the right place. You mentioned it.
Yeah.
Right place, right time to pick up that ball. It sort of bounced right up into his hands.
Well, the impressive thing about it is it's before the ball was even out, he almost had his hands ready to take it. It's like he was, prophetic. He saw it coming.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good video for any player in coaching to basically say, don't ever quit on a play. You don't know what's going to happen. So, again, 2nd and goal. Handoff right up the middle, and who else would it be but number 89, Izzy Murphy, for his first touchdown as a Round Rock Dragon.
That was a great hole by the offensive line. Murphy read the hole right, got right through there. It made it look easy on that particular play. Actually, the whole possession there looked easy for the Dragons.
It may be up in the air whether that was his first touchdown or not, because there was one earlier. We didn't get a player number off it, and it very well might have been him. So don't mean to discredit anything he's doing out there.
Yeah, that first touchdown we thought could have been Joaquin Maldonado because we weren't expecting to see an 89 out there.
Good point.
And perhaps we'll be able to do some checking around on that at halftime and see if someone caught that number for us.
The kick up and good. Your new score now 9:37 remaining in the opening half. Has Round Rock running away with it right now at 27-0. We were mentioning earlier some of the scores in the district. It really is stacked in the middle. Round Rock, at 3-2 right now, likely to go 4-2 this evening unless something breaks back the other direction for Cedar Ridge at this point. Westwood already having gotten to 4-2, but Westwood ends their season against Vandergrift next week, so you have to assume that's going to be a tough game for Westwood. And Vista Ridge right now also playing Vandergrift. They're sitting at 3-2, so potentially with a loss there, it's going to be a jumbled mess. But it does look like at this point everything's sitting the way that it is. The likely playoff stack may include Austin, Vandergrift, Westwood, Round Rock, Vista Ridge, and potentially McNeil, depending on how some things go here tonight against Stony Point for McNeil, and then in their closing game next week. And we'll try to keep you posted on those scores and have at least some theories about what the playoffs may look like and whether or not it will include potentially Round Rock.
Of course, with all these teams likely to have very similar, if not matching, district records, is going to get all sorts of crazy on the tiebreakers.
The joys of high school football in Texas. A reception by Cedar Ridge coming up the middle, almost breaking through, but just barely taken down at the 30-yard line. A little bit of excitement right there for Cedar Ridge trying to get something going.
The Dragons here with 27 points in the first half, they're only 1 point shy of their highest point total of the season.
That's crazy.
They had 28 against Reagan early in the year in a non-district game. Otherwise, they've struggled offensively, and tonight they're putting it all together.
Indeed they are. Twin receivers both sides. And a delayed draw run, but nothing doing for Killingsworth, and it will be 2nd down and 10.
They did have a few more points in a win against Manor several weeks ago.
Ah, yes.
That I had blocked out.
On the plains of East Travis County. New quarterback in play, trying to throw a wheel route down the right side and out of bounds, too high, incomplete. And it will be 3rd down. Oh, there is a flag. I'm sorry, my bad. So it looks like they call a hold against Round Rock. Oh, pass interference. Well, the ball, again, I mean, I've quite seen it. I thought the ball was out of bounds, but they call pass interference. So Cedar Ridge will take it, no question about it. Is that their first down of the game?
They might have had one in their first possession. I think they might have advanced the chains once.
Well, momentum, they need it. So you take things any way you can get them. Cedar Ridge with a first down. Now going a little bit of tempo. Round Rock getting penetration, but a good job on the run, getting out to the 49-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6. Text in saying shout out to Captain Kylie, keep killing it on the sidelines, and a shout out to all the Round Rock student athletic trainers, and to Dragonette, finally, jazz it out. Well, there you go. I think I got the name right, finally. We will bring you all those halftime festivities for both Round Rock and Cedar Ridge here at halftime. A little bit of a delayed draw run. In at quarterback on that play is number 15, LeCompte. Again, right to midfield.
Asher Chang on the tackle. LeCompte had great acceleration there toward the line. Pretty good moves for a quarterback.
Cedar Ridge now with their best field position of the ball game, trying to get into Round Rock territory. Full house backfield, single receiver set on the right, 2 on the left. Ball is handed off, but Round Rock absolutely gobbling up the middle after only a 2-yard gain to the 48-yard line of Round Rock, and Cedar Ridge now has 4th and 3 and a decision to make, and won't be shocked if they go for it.
He ran into the line like a sledgehammer. Asher Chang and Dylan Uribe were there to bring him down, but I think they took quite a blow there.
Cedar Ridge electing to go for it in this instance. Now a late player coming onto the field and a timeout being called by Cedar Ridge.
I believe that late player actually put them up to 12 men on the field, if I'm doing my math right.
Well, you know, you do what you can. You get 12 or 13 on the field. I mean, you got to get that first down, right?
Well, it's only a penalty if they catch it.
That's exactly right.
12, 13, whatever it takes.
Well, this officiating crew has done a very good job tonight. You know, when we don't notice the officiating crew, that's when you know things are going pretty well. And both teams, honestly, from a penalty standpoint, have played reasonably clean ball for the most part. Big full moon out, Halloween moon out above us up on the Jumbotron.
From a penalty perspective, I was a little bit concerned early on. The Dragons took a couple of bad ones, but they've straightened things out. It's been, you're right, it's been clean since about halfway through the first quarter.
And Cedar Ridge as well. Hopefully, we'll see if they can get a first down here. Receiver in motion and rolling out here to the left side, and a pass deep, but thrown too high. The play was there, but it's going to be a turnover on downs. Cedar Ridge giving the ball back to the Dragons with excellent field position, 6:49 remaining here in the opening half.
Pass intended for number 83, Jake McGill, covered by Cole Dodds, number 29, the linebacker for the Dragons. But that ball was a little bit too high for anybody to get to. Wasn't much of a threat for a reception.
Final last night, Crockett Cougars rolling over the Northeast Raiders 45-0.
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs. Late in the first quarter, Stony Point up on McNeil 7-0.
Wow.
Handoff left side by Round Rock, and like a bowling ball right up the left side, a gain of about 5-6 yards. That ball was given to Izzy Murphy, 2nd down.
Izzy Murphy's a junior, and right now I'm wondering where he's been all season. He's having a great night.
Twin receivers left side, 2nd down and 4. Clock rolling just at about 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. A little bit of a wobbled snap, but Cochran able to get it back on track and upfield on what could have been kind of a disastrous play. It was a gain of 6 right to the 40-yard line. First down, Dragons.
That snap was off target a little bit, and Cochran was able to snag it with one hand, collect himself, and put together a nice little scramble on a busted play for a first down. Excellent work for Cochran there.
He looked like a pinball wizard out there bouncing off a defender, and honestly, the defender took the rough end of the bargain, going flying, and Mason staying upright, taking a few more positive yards and getting the first down.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier, Cochran is not a small dude.
Evan Carter with the Elton John reference. Nicely done. First and 10, Dragons. Ball given to Reggie Hurley up the left side and snapping out of a tackle to get a short gain out to the 36-yard line. It will be second down and 6.
Hurley thought if he'd just escaped that tackle, he thought he'd get a few more yards, banging his fist on the turf. And, of course, now that Evan has brought up the pinball wizard, I'm going to have that rolling through my head all night. Pinball wizard, Wabash Cannonball, it's all the same.
There will be no singing tonight, Kmart.
It's going to happen. In my head, anyway.
Pistol formation. Ball is handed off to Izzy, coming up the left side, inside the 30, and just breaking through tackles. He gets out to the 20, the 15, inside the 10. They're not going to stop him. It's a touchdown. My gosh, I've never seen anything like that.
Where has Izzy Murphy been all season? My goodness, what a great run. He just wouldn't stop, breaking tackles, pushing the piles downfield. Wow. Congratulations on a coming out party for Izzy Murphy.
The Round Rock Dragon coaching booth shaking up here from excitement. That was a lot of effort right there. Yeah, I don't know what else I can add to that. A terrific play by Murphy. A rookie out to perform the extra point duties, and it is right through the uprights. 4:54 remaining here in the opening half, and it is now 34-0. We can roll a replay right here. I swear to you, I lost him a couple of times while watching him. I thought that they finally got him down, and they just didn't. Again, hats off to Izzy. I don't think that was anything on the Cedar Ridge side of things. I think Izzy just kept churning those legs and rolling as hard as he could. They have him tied up. He breaks at least 3 tackles there, breaks a 4th tackle, then a 5th tackle, and then a 6th into the end zone. Hats off to Murphy. That is a terrific run. And again, the question is, well, where has Murphy been all season? I don't have an answer for that. I think that he's definitely giving this team another dimension with what they can do. He is a junior. We'll try to get some updates perhaps in the second half for Dragon Nation on a little bit more about Izzy. An update from one of our fans, not sure who it is, but said Stoney and McNeil are tied at 7-7. Thank you for that. Let us know who you are when you do text in. If you have a score, we'd love to hear from you. And we'd love to get those shout-outs to all these players and Raider Nation and Dragon Nation as well. A little bit of a short kick taken at about the 20-yard line. And a good return by Cedar Ridge all the way outside the 30-yard line, marking to the 32. So good field position for Cedar Ridge to try to get something going here before the end of the half.
Cedar Ridge fortunate that play went the way that it did. The initial return man lost the ball. He had it on the ground, but he was able to control it, get it back in his hands, and get going the right direction for a lot of positive yards.
I think that was Junior Gentry for the Raiders.
Top of the 3rd inning in the World Series, the Texas Rangers trailing the Arizona Diamondbacks 3-2.
Oh, no.
Kmart not wearing his customary Texas Ranger hat here, probably some kind of superstition.
You know what? I almost picked it out, but I left it because of what happened last week. And they took a beating last Friday night when I was wearing that ball cap.
Ball kept on the play, rolling out on the left side. And it's going to be a loss of 1 to make it 2nd and 11, that run by LeCompte.
So, yes, superstition was involved in my selection of ball caps tonight.
Handoff right side. And a gainer out to about the 34-yard line. A little bit of a wheel run. It's going to be a gain of about 3, but we'll make it now 3rd down and 8. Had a fan text in about the light coming in from behind us a little bit, and yes, we do get a glare off of this box sometimes. Not much we can do about the one light that's coming through the door because it's glass on the door. You know, it's something that maybe for future consideration we'll try to cover up. But thank you for that. We appreciate it. And a new score in the MacLeod game saying that they're up now 9-7, getting a safety. So big play again here for Cedar Ridge. Pressure coming from Round Rock. And LeCompte just gobbled up down at the 25-yard line.
Asher Chang. He's been close. He's had a good week last week against MacLeod. And just gobbled up the quarterback right there for the sack. You know, last week he had 5 tackles and a sack against MacLeod. And picking up where he left off.
So just under 3 minutes now remaining here in the half. And Cedar Ridge once again having to punt the ball. Javante Arnold sitting up back at the 30-yard line for Round Rock. A good snap. And a low line drive type of punt that bounces high in the air. And Javante, oh my gosh. Whistled dead.
He signaled for a fair catch, and then he thought twice about it after he signaled, but you can't go back on that one.
No, you can't.
Technically, they could throw a delay flag on that.
They should throw a delay flag on that. But since he stopped, it's one thing. And again, I good on Evan for seeing the fair catch signal. Unlike the Iowa game of last week, he must have made a very clear signal for the fair catch.
I actually saw a replay of that Iowa play just this afternoon.
That's tough.
And I don't think he was calling fair catch.
Yeah, you know, it's a tricky one, right? And I mean, I'm sure that there are very clear rules in the officiating book about what you do when you do something like that. I don't think he was intending to call fair catch, but that could be interpreted as a signal for a fair catch. And you know, everything I've seen, officials are saying that was called correctly, as strange as it is. Pistol formation, triple receivers on the right side. Cochran looking, slipping through the middle, and good pressure, but the ball is in. Oh, they're saying it's a live ball. That's a fumble. Cedar Ridge getting inside the 20-yard line, inside the 10, to the end zone, and they're calling it a touchdown for Cedar Ridge.
Defender getting Cochran from behind, knocking the ball loose, and E.J. Arriaga for the Raiders was in the right place to pick up that ball and scampered into the end zone for the defensive score. Great effort by Arriaga and the Raiders defense. Great play all the way around there. Cochran held the ball just a fraction too long. The defense caught up to him and knocked it loose.
You know, from looking at it, the ball came out so directly it almost looked like it was a pass, but the referees and the side judge were right on top of that thing, so it must have been popped out in momentum going forward. We'll bring you a replay here in a second to see exactly how that all unfolded on the last play after the extra point attempt here by Cedar Ridge. Kick is up, right through the uprights. Your new score now is Round Rock 34 and Cedar Ridge 7, and Raider faithful cheering hard right here. Again, Mason Cochran did a good job of stepping up in the pocket into open space, but not giving up on the play, and we talked about that earlier. Cedar Ridge, seeing the opportunity, just pops him, and the ball comes bounding out. And again, officials clearly right on top of the play. And a terrific job by that Cedar Ridge defense getting a score here after the offense has struggled mightily here in the first half. Maybe they have something going. 2:22 remaining here in the opening half.
It's still a big mountain to climb, but it's a great to get those points on the board. And maybe you're right. Maybe get something going.
Well, you got to have some positivity, right? I mean, you've got to be putting points on the board. You don't put points on the board, you can't win the game. So I've been told.
Well, that's right. If nobody scores, that would just be a slugfest for all time. Back in the old days, you could have a tie like that. Not anymore.
Well, you know, Round Rock and MacLeod tried their hardest last week, the halftime score being 0-all, but MacLeod pulling away at the end.
It was a thrilling cloud of dust kind of game last week. Arnold and Hurley back deep on the kick reception. Ball going deep into the end zone. It's a touchback. Round Rock takes over at the 25-yard line. Very nice kick by Will Hamilton, the senior, getting the ball into the end zone. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining here in this opening half.
Dragons lining up on offense here. Garlington in the backfield. Cochran takes the snap, back to pass, rolling out to his right, and he's keeping it, runs out toward the sideline, and he delivers a blow to the Raiders defense, knocking them backwards. Gain out to the 41, the 36. That's enough for a first down.
He's a little slow to get up there. He took some heavy hits there, but, I mean, the pump fake, fantastic. The defense bit on it a little bit, and, you know, he had open field in front of him, took it out, got the first down.
You're right. He is moving a little slower than usual. His shoulder pads are a little askew, but he's in there nonetheless. Snap is back, and a handoff. And Garlington rumbles forward for about 3 yards there. 2.5, 3 yards. Dragons line up 2nd and 8. Cochran back to pass. And incomplete. Intended for Hayden Nath. Would have been a short gain around the line of scrimmage, but not able to haul it in. So now the Dragons facing 3rd and 8 from the 38-yard line.
Cedar Ridge not having to use their timeouts either, man. 1:28 remaining here. If they can get a stop, I mean, there's always hope. There's always hope here. Looking at 34-0, 34-4 would be a way different outcome here at the half and give you at least a little bit of a positive momentum trying to get something going here in the second half.
Yeah, might be able to just chip away just a little bit, get a little bit momentum back.
Twin receivers on the right side. Ball handed off right up the middle. And a good fight, but not enough. Getting out to the 43-yard line. Will Cedar Ridge take any of their timeouts is the question here. Clock rolling at 1:15 remaining here in the second quarter. And it doesn't look like they're going to do anything.
You know, Cochran's commanded a lot of respect from the Cedar Ridge defense, even on the plays where he is handing the ball off.
Oh, yeah.
His fakes are so good that he keeps 2 defenders keeping an eye on him.
So, yeah, 4th down right here, and it's a 4th and about 3 yards to go. Cochran has been known to punt the ball also. 5 seconds remaining here on the play clock, and he will punt it. And a good punt, actually, getting down inside the 30-yard line and going the Dragons' way, as almost everything has so far this half. Just rolling, breezing it along down to the 2-yard line is Reggie Hurley. And it is down right at the 2. 31 seconds remaining in the half.
Hurley fanning the ball toward the goal line.
Good for half a yard, I'm sure.
Absolutely good for half a yard. One more text in. Says McNeil now up 16-7. And the text says, my son used to play for Cedar Ridge, and I still keep up with them. Well, we love to hear from you. And hoping Cedar Ridge can get something going here. Perhaps in the second half, I imagine that they're probably just going to take a knee here unless they have a miracle 98-yard play drawn up. We will tell you, folks, again, Raider Nation and Dragon Nation, if you don't know it, we will bring you every bit of the halftime. Both of the drill teams, both of the bands, and their performances. We love being able to bring that festivity to you. A little bit of a delayed handoff up the middle, kind of on a zone read, but getting the ball right back to the line of scrimmage and nothing more. And that likely does it here for the half with under 20 seconds remaining here and the clock rolling. And the coaches.
Except they're going to blow it dead for a player official timeout. Player down.
Injury. And boy, we've been pretty clean here in the half. I think that's the first player injury we've seen so far.
Looked like possibly a defender got rolled up on there in the big pile of. Really, we're just trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. They didn't take a safety. They just wanted to get back out of the end zone and keep that clock rolling. And they had succeeded in that part. It's just the big scrum of players at the end.
Indeed. Well, the young man that was on the ground on one knee is Jacob Medina, but he's up walking off the field under his own power stretching out. So it looks like walking off the field under his own power stretching out. So it looks like he's going to be fine. And once he clears the field, the referee will almost certainly roll the clock here from the end zone and take us to the half. And now he has exited the field. Not exactly sure why the clock is not being put into motion, but sometimes I don't understand half of the stuff that happens out here on the field. So team's back out on the field, and the clock is now rolling. So under 10 seconds, Raiders setting up in offensive formation as if they're going to run a play here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that'll take us to halftime, folks. It's been quite a barn burner for the Dragons here in the first half, up 34-7. We're going to take a quick commercial break and come back with the halftime festivities. This is Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford.
I've always wanted an EV, but until I saw the sleek Ford Mach-E, I didn't know just how exhilarating it could be to drive one. The Mach-E is the perfect balance between power and utility. And with features like adaptive cruise control, in-dash entertainment screen, and lane monitoring, my daily commute to training is effortless. If you're looking to make the move to the Mach-E, visit Covert Ford in Austin, where you'll become part of the family. CovertFord.com.
Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. With stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto. Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas standard. Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good.
If you're looking for a special medical spa to bring out the beauty that's in you, come visit us at Ginger Allure Med Spa. At Ginger Allure, we treat our staff and patients like family. We're here to embrace, enhance, and showcase your natural beauty with a full range of services such as injectables, laser treatments, permanent makeup, microblading, and more. We provide free consultations for all of our services to answer any of your questions. Visit us online at gingerallure.com or give us a call at 512-709-0161. Ginger Allure Med Spa, the classic approach to a new you.
Are you looking for a little something extra to get your business noticed? At Ideal Signs, they specialize in custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned and operated since 1969.
And welcome back to Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex, where we have the Round Rock Dragons leading 34-7 over the Cedar Ridge Raiders. As we look out on the field, we have the Round Rock Dragonettes getting ready for their halftime show. And the Dragon Band is marching out in the background as well. They're going to be, looks like we're going to get the Dragonettes performance, and then after that we'll get the Round Rock Band full competition show as well. And at this point, we will let the folks on the field take care of all the rest. We'll be back after just a little while for the Cedar Ridge Band later.
Congratulations to the Dragonette of the Week, Hope Gray. Congratulations to the Spirit Girl of the Week, Hope Halford. Congratulations to the Officer's Choice of the Week, Abby Dietrich. Tonight, the Dragonettes will be performing a jazz routine to everything. The band is done defeated by drum majors Plus Tucker, Chestnut Thundercar, Loving Up with Lulu, and Andrew Lou.
And there you have the Round Rock Dragon Band, an outstanding performance for the Dragon Band tonight, and also to the Dragonettes. Want to congratulate the band on getting second place of the area competition this past weekend, and they will represent the district this coming week, actually. They'll be out at the state marching competition in San Antonio. So good luck to those folks. Just a really great-looking show for the Dragons. It's really, they've put it all together this year. It looks like a really great show, and they've got a great chance to place at the finals this week. And as the Dragon Band gets off the field, we'll get the Raider Band and drill team all set up for their halftime performance.
Two-time overall grand champion local dance team will now perform with our future dancers that are receiving the royal treatment tonight as they perform a common theme to the Miley Cyrus pop hit Flowers. Music tonight will be performed by our future band members from Cedar Folk and Ridgeview Middle School alongside of our electrifying Raider Band. Sponsors, More Clean Texas Broadcasting, Commercial and Residential Company, and Realtor Kevin Saga with David Brodsky Properties. Tonight, the band will be performing a portion of their 2023 competition program, Medusa's Secret World, featuring Theme of Pagani by Sergei Rachmaninoff and Jacob Collier's version of All Night Long by Lionel Richie.
A terrific job by both programs from Cedar Ridge and Round Rock. You will find no better here in Central Texas than Round Rock ISD Fine Arts. Out on the deck with Jaeger Lloyd just a little bit ago, the director of Fine Arts could not be more proud of these programs. We're going to take a quick commercial break and bring you the second half in a moment, folks. This is Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford.
The Lodge Poker Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045. Visit Maze Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at mazestreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local. RJAC Pressure Washing, Epoxy and Stain, veteran owned and operated, serving Central Texas. For the last 10 years, residential and commercial services available, here for all your decorative flooring needs. Call us at 512-593-8567. That's 512-593-8567.
There's nothing quite like Central Texas high school football.
Beautiful day to play some football, boys.
Under the lights. Join IHS fans Rick Epstein and Jeff Power each week as they shine the spotlight on area high school football teams, players, and coaches.
If you like Austin area high school football, this is your show. We invite you to join us for an hour of fun. Let's talk some football.
Good luck to you guys this year, and I appreciate all you do for high school sports and the coverage you bring these kids.
Tuesday nights at 8.
Under the lights.
Only on Talk 1370.
Central Texas high school football fans, how cool would it be to watch up to 5 different area high school football games for free, all through your phone, computer, or smart TV, all with the click of a button? Subscribe to the iHSFAN Webcast channel on YouTube. iHSFAN is the official broadcast provider for Round Rock ISD. We will see you under the lights on the iHSFAN Webcast Network.
Back at the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex here for the second half. The Cedar Ridge Raiders kicking off to the Round Rock Dragons. We'll have some halftime stats for you here in a moment. And we'll get that text line up for y'all in just a little bit as well.
After the way that first half went, I don't think the Raiders really want to kick off to the Dragons to start the second half. Don't really have much of an option, though. They lost that choice early on.
True enough, but they do have the last 7 points in the first half. We'll see if they can get something rolling here. Hurley and Arnold back deep, and the kick is high and deep into the end zone and brought out of the end zone. We'll see if this pays off for the Dragons or not. Getting only to the 17-yard line. A great job by the special teams getting Arnold down inside the 20. First down, Dragons.
So the choice working against Javonte Arnold there. Dragons come up a little short on yards, starting on their own 17.
Thank you to my better half for a text at halftime, helping us with trying to get the light glare out from behind us, a glaring light from the hallway, but we did devise an improvised solution, I would say.
Nothing gaff tape and a duffel bag can't fix, right?
Gaff tape, WD-40. That's all you need. Round Rock with the first drive here in this second half. Triple receivers on the short side and a pistol formation. Handoff right up the middle and not much doing. Cedar Ridge getting it stopped after about a 3-yard gain. It'll be second down and 7.
Izzy Murphy on the carry there. Ran into a brick wall of the Cedar Ridge defensive line there.
Text in at halftime said a great first half to the Dragons. So proud of Coach Moore and all the coaches. Let's keep it going in the second half. Love our Dragons. Watching from Texarkana. I assume Texarkana, Texas. Twin receiver set to the right side. And now a triple receiver set. Handoff up the middle. I take that back. Cochran fools me once again. Out on the left side perimeter, bouncing off a 3, 4, 5. And now the entire Cedar Ridge defense takes Cochran down after a 3-yard gain. And I was not kidding. That was the entire Cedar Ridge defense taking him down.
Good pursuit by the defense to swarm to the ball.
Swarm to Cochran. That's what you need to do. Get that guy.
Yet another wide receiver out on the perimeter doing his best job to look invisible while blocking for Cochran, trying not to draw that block on the back or a hold. Wasn't me. Got my arms in the air, wasn't me.
So about a 4-yard, 5-yard gain. 3rd down and 2, pistol formation. Handoff up the left side and getting the yards needed. And a few more, bouncing off of several players, getting out all the way to midfield for a big gainer.
Who dat?
Oh, I think we know who it is.
Izzy Murphy on another outstanding run for the Dragons.
Well, there you heard it on the public address that there was an official's timeout for an injury, and I guess we have a player on the far side that was a little bit hobbled making his way off the field.
Yeah, the player was a little hobbled getting off the far sideline, and he really tried to blend in and sneak back into his position in the defensive backfield, but the back judge said, no, we called timeout for you. You're going to have to go off and take at least one play off.
So Izzy Murphy with over 20 yards on that play and getting the first down. Great job on the pursuit by Cedar Ridge, getting the stop behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1.
Great tackle. There were 3 defenders there for Cedar Ridge.
That was Murphy once again. In the first half, Izzy had 3 touchdowns, as it turns out. 6 rushes for 68 yards, the 1 long gainer for a touchdown, but had 3 touchdowns. A definite difference maker in the first half. 2nd down and 11, full house backfield. Cochran keeping the ball up the right side in open space all the way inside the 40 to the perimeter, cutting back in the middle to the 20-15. Taken down right at the 15-yard line, a gain of 36 yards.
Well, and you know, with Izzy...
Flag on the play. Sorry about that.
With Izzy Murphy having as much success as he has been having on the last few drives, it seems that Cedar Ridge forgot about Mason Cochran.
Yeah.
They've been honing in on Izzy so much, and that's why you had that tackle for a 1-yard loss on the first down play. Round Rock recognizing that tendency and capitalizing on it there with the run from Cochran.
No, I agree with you. The holding was downfield beyond the first down mark, so as strange as this may seem, it'll be a 10-yard penalty, but it will actually be 4 yards up the field. So instead of being 3rd and 11, instead of being 2nd and 11, it will now be 2nd down, and it looks like about 7. You know, the funny thing is we talk about Izzy having such a first good half around Rock. Mason Cochran in the first half had 11 rushes for 157 yards. And it's that thing for Round Rock. When they've had success, it's because they have a good quarterback running back game, and they've lacked that this year. Izzy giving them a little bit of a different dimension so far this evening. Triple receivers left side. And now a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start. Marching the ball back 5 yards, so all the way back right where we started pretty much. It's now 2nd down and 11 again. We'll give you some of those first half stats for the Round Rock offense. 10 first downs, 22 rushes for 252 yards, 32 passing yards on 6 of 12 attempts by Cochran, 1 fumble lost, and 1 4th down conversion. 2nd down and 11. A zone read play and given to Hurley out on the left side, getting all the way beyond the first down marker and then some inside the 30, where a host of Raiders take him out of bounds, and it will be a first down after a 22-yard gain.
Hurley had a big head of steam going around the far end of the formation, got out to the sideline.
The longest zone read play I've ever seen in my life. It seemed like it stretched for 20 seconds.
Well, they were just keeping their options open.
And they were. A good play for Round Rock. 8:03 remaining here in the quarter. Ball handed off to the right side. Hurley again. And taken down abruptly after about a 2-yard gain. It will be second down.
Tackled by number 18, Logan Klabundi for the Raiders.
In that first half, again, Round Rock had 2 punts for 57-yard average. That's ridiculous. 4 penalties for 40 yards. Their average starting field position was the 46-yard line. And they had a time of possession of 13:59 in the first half. We'll give you Cedar Ridge's stats here in just a moment. Twin receivers on the short side. And now Hurley in motion. Handoff right up the middle and a short gainer of about 3 yards to the 26-yard line. It will be third down and 6. Being serenaded by the trombone and tuba section of the Raider band.
Yeah, they're playing to the students down here on the sideline. It sounds like they're right in front of our field mic.
Ball kept by Cochran up the right side, down to the 20-yard line. It'll be super close, and they're going to mark him at the 21. It will be a fourth down and 1 for the Dragons, and it's decision time.
I don't think there's much decision here. This feels like they're going to go for it because the running game is working for them tonight.
It does indeed.
There have been plenty of games this season where the Dragons had a little bit more difficult choice ahead of them in this situation. It feels like a no-brainer.
Play clock at 14 seconds. 6 minutes already gone here in the third quarter. And Round Rock is going for it. Pro set formation. And the ball kept by Cochran up the middle, right side, into the middle, and down at the 12-yard line. It will be a first down for the Dragons.
I believe Cochran made the correct read on the zone read there.
He did indeed. Some other offensive stats for Round Rock in the first half. Moose Garlington with 3 rushes for 19 yards. Reggie Hurley, 2 rushes for 8 yards. And receiving for Round Rock, Hayden Nath had 2 receptions for no yards, actually, and Hurley had 3 receptions for 14 yards. Handoff up left side. And rolling for about 5 yards. It's Izzy one more time, marking it about the 8-yard line. It'll be second down.
Certainly the rushing game going so well for the Dragons. We're going to see a lot of that the rest of the way, but I have a sneaky suspicion that we're going to start seeing a little bit more passing as well. Now that the defense is focusing so much on the run game.
Ball given again to Izzy Murphy up the right side middle and getting marked at the 4-yard line. It will be third down. Third down and 2. Round Rock taking almost all of this quarter out of the stadium here on a long, deliberate drive. Third down, pistol formation. Ball is handed off up the left side. Izzy Murphy in for the touchdown.
Just another great run. There wasn't a huge hole there, but he just sidestepped through it and was able to keep his feet moving forward and get the nice touchdown for the Dragons, extending the lead.
He is a big young man. Kick is up by Haruki. Your new score, 4:04 remaining here in the third quarter, has Round Rock up 41-7. We'll give you those Cedar Ridge stats, and it was tough sledding for Cedar Ridge on offense. In that first half, only getting 1 first down, and it was that first down by penalty. Amazing that they struggled as much as they did. They had 13 rushes for only 6 yards. They were 2 of 8 passing with 1 interception for only 8 yards. They did have 77 return yards. They lost a couple of fumbles. Their average starting field position was their own 25, and they had 4 punts for 35 yards. Izzy Murphy now 13 rushes for 109 yards and 4 touchdowns. Bob Brinkman, again, with the information from the press box, and I'll tell you, I mean, that's got to be the most touchdowns by a running back by Round Rock in at least 2 years. It may be longer than that. We'll have to find out.
And I think aside from Mason Cochran, it's probably the most yards rushing for any single runner, certainly this year.
Oh, yeah, no question. The kick is away, deep, and pursued nicely by Dragons, but slipping through on the right side, but only for a few yards out to the 14-yard line. It will be first down for Cedar Ridge. That return was by number 7. Well, it's a tough name for me. Soyemi, I believe. Isbriel Soyemi, senior defensive back.
He was brought down by number 42, Jacob Chaveria.
I take it back. It was Josiah Ray. Got to get my binoculars cleaned up here. So again, Cedar Ridge starting deep in their own territory, first down. At quarterback out on the field is LeCompte. Handoff right up the middle, no gain. It will be second down.
Justin Lee and Christian Burton combining on the tackle for the Dragons. Not much space for the running back to work there.
Triple receiver set on the left side. And now receiver in motion to the middle. Quick pass out into the short left flat, and just slipping the turf monster, getting Jordan Ramsey on the reception and caught right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It will be third down.
I think even if he had kept his feet, he wasn't likely to get too many more yards than that. The defense was closing rapidly on him. Gotta hate the turf monster, though.
Turf monster will get you. So Cedar Ridge now in a hole, needing something special to happen here. Twin receiver set on the left side. LeCompte breaking through a seam and getting upfield outside the 20 to the 25 and getting the first down on a big play out to the 27. Cedar Ridge's first down, not by penalties, so good job by LeCompte seeing the opportunity and getting upfield.
And a great open field tackle by Hank Oppel.
I was afraid LeCompte was going to get kind of happy feet there for a second and not do something with it. He did the exact right thing. You've got open space, run for it. You go north and south on the field and get that first down, and a good job by the junior. Triple receiver set triangle on the left side. LeCompte now running the ball again, see if he can get something else going. Bounces off of a couple of Dragons after he gets 2 yards, and now marking it back just to a 1-yard gain to the 28, second and 9.
Dragons defense once again closing fast. If LeCompte he started to break that around the right side of the line, but the defensive back came in from the outside and shut him down.
Twin receiver set both sides. LeCompte looking right side, quick pass out into the right side flat. And the ball goes flying after reception, and they call it incomplete, and lucky for Cedar Ridge it was, because Round Rock had a horde of Dragons running with the ball into the end zone. It will be third down. We have one text in, a Cedar Ridge text, and glad to hear it. A great hustle call for Jonah Collins, number 97 for Cedar Ridge. That's from Grandma and Grandpa in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I imagine it's a lot cooler than it is here in Central Texas.
At least for another 48 hours.
I would think. Triple receiver set, left side. LeCompte looking out left side, getting pressured mightily, and pressured again, but breaking out a bit, and he has something going to the 35-40, 45-yard line. Biggest play of the game for Cedar Ridge, and it's a first down.
Man, when he gets into open space, he's quick.
He is quick.
He's got the jets, but he's just not finding the gap on many of these plays. But breaking out of tackles and making something happen.
Cedar Ridge not giving up the fight. Clock at 30 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Handoff up right side. And marked after only a 1-yard gain at the 47-yard line. 2nd and 9. Cedar Ridge does not have to run a play here in the quarter. Now under 10 seconds, and they're not going to run a play. Means they're going to a break, and we're going to take one with them, folks. This is Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford.
I've always wanted an EV, but until I saw the sleek Ford Mach-E, I didn't know just how exhilarating it could be to drive one. The Mach-E is the perfect balance between power and utility. And with features like adaptive cruise control, in-dash entertainment screen, and lane monitoring, my daily commute to training is effortless. If you're looking to make the move to the Mach-E, visit Covert Ford in Austin, where you'll become part of the family. CovertFord.com.
Back here at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex for the final quarter of the game, folks. That text line, we're going to put it up again. If you've stayed with us here all the way through this ball game, we'd love to hear from you. 512-843-5205. Dragon Nation, Raider Nation. Again, give us those shout-outs to the football team, to the band, drill team, cheerleaders, spirit groups, the choir, you name it. We would love to hear from you here as we get to start this final quarter. We'll look up a few scores here in a moment and see what we've got around the district. 2nd down and 9. Pressure coming from Round Rock and getting to LeCompte, but getting back to the line of scrimmage, it'll be a no gain and it'll be 3rd down.
Asher Chang for the Dragons doing a great job maintaining his containment there, and LeCompte was not able to break through the line as he was scrambling, trying to pick up a few yards.
So marking it back after a loss, back to the original line of scrimmage, it will be 3rd down and 10. Line to gain is the Round Rock 44 for Cedar Ridge. 10 seconds remaining on the play clock. LeCompte looking up the right side, pressure coming, and now a screen pass up the middle, but Round Rock's defensive line having none of it and stopped right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It will be 4th down.
Justin Lee was right there to make the tackle as soon as the reception was made at the line of scrimmage.
Other scores in the district, again, Westwood taking on Manor last night and winning that game. Vandegrift in the 3rd quarter up on Vista Ridge 24-0, shutting out everybody it seems like lately. McNeil up on Stony Point now 29-14 at halftime. And just to our south, in District 26, 6A, we'll give you some of those scores as well. A good job pressuring the punter, but not getting the block, and a terrific kick by Cedar Ridge, getting the ball inside the 10-yard line down to the 9. Nice punt of almost 50 yards, and Round Rock will take over in their worst field position of the ball game. Down in 26, 6A in the Austin area. Dripping Springs taking on Del Valley. and a lot of mercy games going on down in the district. Just Dripping Springs up 28-0 on Del Valle at the half, and that is the closest game at halftime that we've got in that district. Lake Travis taking on Austin High out at Lake Travis and showing no mercy, 45-0 at the half. But never let it be said that Westlake won't do it better, taking on Bowie, which is a very good football team, and up 52-0 at the half. And then your other score in the district is Buda Johnson taking on Aikens, up 42-7. My gosh, blowout city on a Friday night.
Well, and something that all of the playoff contenders from our district, 25-6A, whichever two teams end up being the big school.
Oh my goodness gracious, breaking up and there's a flag on the play. Javante Arnold with a big run, but that flag thrown near the 25-yard line, so all for naught. Chain gang almost breaking upfield, and a good job by the referees. Get them to, hold on to your space. Don't move yet. Referee at the middle of the field looking for the signal, but a clear hold on the perimeter by one of the referees. Continue on, my man. You were saying about the district here.
Well, I was just saying that whatever two teams come out of the big school division in 25-6A, they're going to have to face Westlake and Lake Travis.
That's it.
Who are steamrolling their own district. So odds are against whichever two teams come out of our district and have to face that gauntlet.
Well, I mean, Vandergrift is the same caliber as Lake Travis or Westlake, no question about it. And you can see what Vandergrift has done to this district so far. Round Rock, if they do advance into the playoffs, likely at this point would take the higher seed, which means that they would be hosting likely Lake Travis. But yeah, it's a tall order for anybody to have to take on Lake Travis or Westlake in the first round or in the state championship game. It doesn't matter. Those teams know how to play ball. So the penalty marked off. It's actually a 6-yard gain, 1st and 4. You'll rarely hear that. Handoff up the left side and up the middle. Round Rock churning into midfield. That ball was handed off, I believe, to Javante Arnold, getting all the way again into Cedar Ridge territory. That's going to be a gain of almost 40 yards, and it's first down for the Dragons.
Cedar Ridge defense just had enough defenders clogging things up. Arnold was trying to make something happen, and instead of just splitting defenders and making them choose, he sort of slowed down and allowed the defense to catch up to him. But a great run nevertheless with the big gainer for Javante Arnold.
We have a few more texts in here. We'll give them to you right after this play call. Twin receiver set on the right side, full house backfield. And it was a zone read and a delayed zone read at that for a short gain of 1 yard. It will be second down.
Tackled by number 18, Logan Klabundi.
Jack Oppel at quarterback now, number 24. A rarity to see 24 at the QB position. Text in from Lauren. It says, I love the Dragon Band saxophone section, and a happy birthday to Abby. Thank you for that. We appreciate it. Pistol formation. Oppel handing the ball off up the middle left side and just churning those legs all the way down to the 35-yard line for a big gainer and a first down for the Dragons.
And right now, every time a Dragon running back catches the ball, touches the ball, they're just bursting forward for big gains.
Definitely clearing the bench here a little bit. A shout out to my Dragon students, Asher Chang, Kai Haruki, Rylan Mathis, Leon Lay, hopefully I got that name right, and Justin Lee. That's from Mr. McLean. Thank you, Mr. McLean, for that. We appreciate what you do for Dragon Nation. Twin receivers to the right side. Oppel handing the ball off, coming up the left side, inside the 30, down to about the 27-yard line. That handoff again. I believe that was that Hiramura? No. Do I have that right?
Javante Arnold.
It's Javante Arnold.
At zero, looking like a pair of ones,
It does look like a pair of ones with that light blaring down on the field. Javante Arnold having quite the drive here. We got an attaboy Hank. That's from Grandma and Grandpa Smith in Corsicana, the home of my favorite fruitcake. And one more, a shout out to number 95, Malik Cousin of Cedar Ridge. Love you from Mimi and Papa. Thank you for that. Handoff by Round Rock. Coming up the left side, grinding down to about the 26-yard line. And it should be a first down for the Dragons.
Fortunately, I happen to know you're referring to Collins Street Bakery and not some cousin that lives in Corsicana.
That would be true. I love the Collins Street Bakery. Honestly, that is the only fruitcake I've ever eaten that I can stand.
It's actually outstanding.
It really is.
Folks, I have a lot of family that grew up in Corsicana. My mother was from Corsicana, my grandmother. And so it's a great town up there. We love the Collins Street Bakery. Everything they make is great, especially the fruitcake.
Love the pecan bread up in that place. First down for the Dragons. Handoff up the right side. And all the way out. Oh, my gosh, delivering a blowout on the right side perimeter for a touchdown.
That is a Moose?
Number 22, Moose Garlington for the Dragons. Man, sakes alive, I thought he was going to go down on that hit.
He just reached down and picked up the ball to hand it to the official. I thought for a second he was going to try to run off with it and stash it as a keepsake.
I was wondering if he's looking for his teeth on the ground for a second.
I think after the extra
collision
point here, we might get a replay on that. Great run by the Moose on that one. So right now, this drive, everything working for the Dragons as they stretch out their lead.
A lot of young men for both sides, again, getting in here and getting some experience on the field. The extra point is through and good by Kai Haruki. Your new score now 48-7, Round Rock. We'll show you that instant replay. And just a very simple kind of zone read handoff play up the right side and getting out in the perimeter, and it was just a one-on-one collision. And the Moose getting the better of it right here, just a head-on banging play, and works his way through it and gets into the end zone. So a good job by the Moose for Round Rock with the touchdown, and just having everything break their way tonight is Round Rock with the big score and the big lead here halfway through the fourth quarter. A few more texts in. It says, Slay all day, Dragon Band. Rock their socks off next week. Dragon Band is going to the UIL State Championships on Monday and looking to advance to the finals on Tuesday. They were at the area competition this last weekend, one of 5 bands from this area selected to go to the UIL State Championships. A terrific accomplishment by David Mobley and the entire band program. They've just done an amazing job, and that is an amazing show they put on at halftime. They will also be going to the Bands of America Super Regional in San Antonio along with Cedar Ridge next weekend. Both bands likely finalists for that competition. And then Round Rock one more weekend after that, going to the Grand National competition at Lucas Oil Field in Indianapolis, where they will be a high favorite to make finals there in the National Championships of Marching Band across the country. Again, terrific jobs by both of these fine arts programs. Could not be prouder of what they do. Kick away high and deep to the goal line, and Cedar Ridge electing to take the knee. It'll be first down and 10 from the 25.
With all those contests you just rattled off, the Dragon Band might be spending more time on buses than at home over the next couple of weeks.
One more text in, it just says Moose. That's all it says. And that would be a good text and a correct one. With the Round Rock Dragon Band playing the country roads across the way, Bob Brinkman, the statistician extraordinaire, saying that Round Rock's best rebound after a shutout. This is going into the obscure, folks. I'll give it to you in just a moment. First down, Cedar Ridge. Triple receiver set on the left side. Handoff up the middle, and a nice job by Cedar Ridge breaking through all the way out beyond the 40 to the 50-yard line. Terrific run, I believe, is that 22?
Yes, it is. That would be Quincy Coulter for the Raiders.
Senior running back, longest run of the game. So, once again, Round Rock's best rebound after a shutout had been in 1954. They lost 25-0 to Elgin, and then they won the next week 47-20 against Thrall.
That is going deep into the record books.
Love you, bro. Bob, you pull them all out on us, man. We appreciate the stats. 1 yard gain to the 50-yard line. 2nd and 9, now just under 6 minutes remaining here. Cedar Ridge next week taking on McNeil. I know Coach Robinson, I mean, there's still a lot to play for here. You're playing for pride. You're doing the best you can. Obviously, you know, if you got a bunch of young men on a pitch behind the line of scrimmage, Cedar Ridge things are just not breaking their direction at all. So a big loss on the play.
Sorry about that. Butchered the camera work on that play, but you get the gist.
I do get the gist, indeed.
And there is an official timeout for an injured player. I'm not positive, but that might have been.
It's the running back that recovered the ball. There's just a little bit of a bang on the ground. Hopefully the young man will be okay. Several trainers for both schools out tending to him. And again, I mean, you know, we're just talking about next week, and he is up and walking off the field under his own power, looking like he's fine. I'm glad to see that. But, I mean, you know, again, this season just has not gone the way Cedar Ridge would like it to go, and they've had a host of injuries and just some bad breaks, really, when it comes down to it. After starting the season well and getting off to, you know, a reasonable start here, you know, they were beaten by Cedar Park in the same way kind of that Round Rock was, but then they took on Bowie, and Bowie's a good team. Now, granted, I understand that they're getting beaten up pretty well by Westlake, and that's what Westlake does to everyone, but you know, they were 2-1 to begin the season, and they beat Harker Heights, and that's a good team. And then everything just kind of cratered and fell apart after that third game. So, you know, the hope is that Cedar Ridge will be able to pull it together a little bit and perhaps put on a good contest next week against MacLeod, who is a very good team and a very good defensive team as well.
Of course, next week the Dragons are going to be taking on the Vista Ridge Rangers, who right now are getting their teeth kicked in by Vandegrift.
Yeah, and I mean, you sit there and think about Vandegrift. I mean, they're kicking in Vista Ridge's teeth. But I'll go back for district only for Vandegrift. Vandegrift taking on Stony Point in week 1, 48-7. Takes on Manor, 51-6. Takes on MacLeod, 42-3. Takes on Round Rock, 45-3. And then Cedar Ridge, 58-0. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. And they're up 31-0 right now in the third quarter. That may be the best team we've ever seen in this district.
There's going to be a delay of game penalty on the Cedar Ridge Raiders there, not getting that punt off in time. And how impressive, Vandegrift not allowing more than one score from a district opponent.
It's crazy. I mean, it really is absolutely crazy. Such a good team. I mean, again, they're going to have a good shot to go deep in the playoffs again. Their closest game all season was 27-7 over Dripping Springs. Punt is away and short, going out of bounds. A little chippiness on the sidelines between Cedar Ridge and Round Rock, and they just need to clear those players out on both sides. No need for any of that. These young men, a lot of them have known each other all their lives and played against each other in youth football and middle school football and gone to school together.
Yep. The punter did end up on his caboose there, but Dragon defender pushed the blocker back into the punter, so it wasn't running into the kicker by the defense. It was running into the kicker by the offensive player.
I believe that's your first caboose comment so far this season. Well done, Kmart.
Season's young. We could work in a few more.
Oh, yeah, sure.
If there's a market for that, you know, can always find a way.
Opple keeping the ball up the left side and drilled into the ground. Terrific tackle by number 35 for Cedar Ridge. Benjamin Sears, sophomore defensive lineman, second down. Just over 4 minutes remaining here in the ball game. And Round Rock will do all that they can to drag every second off of the play clock on each play to try and bring this thing home injury-free. Opple with the handoff coming up the left side, and Cedar Ridge just absolutely knifing in on the tackle.
Number 91 for the defense, Cruz Nipwo. Hope I got that pronunciation right, but my goodness.
And David Krause, the junior linebacker, was in. We've called his name quite a bit tonight. He's had a good ball game, despite, you know, the the score not going the way of Cedar Ridge. He has played solid ball. He will be a true asset for these Raiders next year as a senior. So 3rd down and 10, 3:25 remaining here in the ball game. Opple rolling out to the right side and taken down after a short gain of only about 2 yards, and it will be 4th down, and Round Rock will have to punt.
Opple was just tripped up as he started to turn the corner. He might have, it's just a defender reached out and grabbed him as he was getting through that hole and wasn't able to break free. Had a potential for a big gainer there, potential 1st down, but the defense does their job, and the Dragons are going to be forced to punt.
And I said that was Jack Opple, but I believe I've got it right. That was actually Justin Gear, number 27, running the quarterback position on that play. It's a timeout called by the Dragons. 2:37 remaining here in the ball game.
Interesting. Gear listed as a defensive back.
Indeed.
Don't think we've seen him on the field this season. At least haven't called his name before.
Well, folks, again, we appreciate you joining us here this evening on the iHSFAN Webcast Network. Next Friday, we'll be here once again. We'll call the Round Rock game, their final game against Vista Ridge. That'll be over at Dragon Stadium on Friday night. And then Cedar Ridge with Alan Cepeda on the call next week against McNeil right here from Kelly Reeves. So Round Rock with the punt. Good snap. A high short kick coming. Cedar Ridge just moving away from it, not wanting anything to do with that ball, going out of bounds at the 27-yard line. 2:26 in the ball game, and Cedar Ridge takes over.
It was yet another punt to get a good bounce for the Dragons. So it's one of those nights where just about everything has gone well. Offense, defense, special teams.
Quarterback keeper right up the middle and a good gainer out beyond the 35 to the 37. It should be a 1st down. That's number 11 Killingsworth at quarterback. The chains move, clock stops, and now rolling again at 2:15. Triple receivers on the right side. Handoff up the middle left side. And why whistles are blowing, I don't quite know, because I did not see the running back go down on that play, but the side judge decided he was down after a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9. Oh, he did go down. Just saw it. Just did not see it, but he just kind of went to his knee for a second and then popped right back up. But a good call by the officials. It's 2nd and 9. Clock rolling under 1:30 now. Triple receiver set on the right side. Killingsworth going with a delayed quarterback draw run up the middle, and good success again once more. Getting out to the line to gain at the 47. It's a 1st down for Cedar Ridge. 1:07 remaining. And now clock rolling again. Game clock now at 45 seconds. And a good chance this may be the last play run by Cedar Ridge. Full house backfield, twin receiver set on the right side. Handoff to the running back up the right side. That ball going to number 3, Josiah Ray, the junior running back. It will be 2nd down and 5. Game clock now at 30 seconds. Cedar Ridge looking to run at least one more play here. Clock at 15 seconds. Spread formation. Killingsworth going with the quarterback draw up the middle right side, out to the 43-yard line, and a host of Dragons take him down on the final play of the ball game here with your final score, the Round Rock Dragons 48 and the Cedar Ridge Raiders 7, and Round Rock just with a dominating victory. Kmart, do you have any final thoughts here in the ball game and what we've seen here tonight?
Well, despite the rough patch for the last couple of weeks, the Dragons, they put it all together here tonight against this Cedar Ridge Raiders team. And said it a minute ago, everything went well for the Dragons from the beginning to the final snap. And, you just hope they can carry that forward into next week against the Vista Ridge Rangers. For Cedar Ridge, tough loss for them here tonight. They had a couple things go well. They started moving the ball in the second half. Maybe something they can take into next week against McNeil. But still, it's going to be probably a season that can't quite end soon enough for them.
Right, and I agree with you. And Cedar Ridge, hats off. You kids played hard. There's no question about it. We know it's been a little bit of a snake bit season, and sometimes that's the way it goes, and you have to hold your head high. That team fought hard out there. They were just outmatched tonight. There's no other way to describe it. But again, Cedar Ridge, impressed with the way you all brought the fight tonight, and Raider Nation showed out very nicely here with all the festivities. It was a great Friday night. Evan Carter, any final thoughts from the production booth?
There's not much more to be said, but what a way to respond, right? As Kevin mentioned, it's been a bit of a rough patch for the Dragons, and to come back and win in such a decisive manner as you carry that momentum going into your final game, you're talking about playoff implications. You're still in the conversation. You very well could have come into this game with a different mindset, with a different play style, and all of a sudden that conversation changes on you. So the season's still in front of them. All of their hopes, aspirations, they can still go out and do it. They just got to take care of business next week, and things will take care of themselves.
Could not have said it better myself. Folks, we always enjoy bringing you these ball games on the iHSFAN Webcast Network. As we said, next week we'll be bringing broadcasts again here from Kelly Reeves for Cedar Ridge. We'll be over at Dragon Stadium bringing you the Round Rock game for the season finale with the playoff berth in the mix and the balance. Once again, your final score from North Austin, Texas, Round Rock Dragons 48 and the Cedar Ridge Raiders 7. So long from Central Texas.
You are listening to the Horn Webcast Network, powered by iHSFAN. If you're interested in advertising on or privately supporting this webcast, please reach out to us on Twitter at iHSFAN. All audio rights of this webcast presentation belong to iHSFAN, and any intent to rebroadcast or retransmit must have express written consent from iHSFAN.